it's Melanie. Welcome to my channel. Today I have a very important announcement for you, so stay tuned. I can't believe it, but I finally reached 2.5k subscribers, so I thought now would be the perfect time to do a Q&A and a giveaway. So for this giveaway, I'm going to have a Rafflecopter link down below, and you click on that and you can enter there. It's going to be super easy. One, you just have to be a subscriber to my channel, and then there are multiple other ways that you can gain extra entries, like following me on Twitter or following me on Instagram or retweeting the link for this video or leaving me a question for a Q&A. So my plan is to take the questions that y'all submit for me and do a Q&A on August 11th. And that day I will announce the winner as well for this giveaway. So I'm sure you're wondering, what can I win? Well, for one, I have to say I'm sorry, but this is only for US subscribers for now because, well, international shipping is ridiculous. But at some point in the future, I will do one that includes international as well. So for my US followers, I have a huge stack of books here that I'm going to put up in this giveaway. So there will be 2 winners for this. First place will get their choice of any 2 books from this stack, and then the second place winner will get to choose one of the books from this stack after the first place winner has claimed their prize. So real quick, I'm just going to show you the list of all of the books and maybe tell you a little something about each one that you have to choose from. So the first book is This Savage Song by Victoria Schwab. This is a paperback, and this says, there's no such thing as safe in a city full of monsters. Kate Harker wants to be as ruthless as her father to prove she's worthy to stand beside him and lead their city. August Flynn wants to be human, but he isn't. He's a monster, one that can steal souls with a song, his own father's secret weapon. Their city is divided, their city is crumbling. Kate and August are the only 2 who see both sides, the only 2 who could do something. But how do you decide whether to be a hero or a villain when it's hard to tell which is which? I really enjoyed this book, so I'm hoping that somebody else will as well. Oh, and This Savage Song, I got signed as well. Next up is Frail by Taisha De Aza. And this says, in 1933, Julianne Martin dies at 18 years old. Years later, she is revived through scientific research and forced to cope with loss, love, and tragedy in her incipient life. This was actually one that was sent to me by the author, and they sent me multiple copies. And this is a signed copy. Okay, next up is The Bird and the Blade by Megan Bannon. This says, 3 impossible riddles, 1 dangerous secret. And I think this is about a prince trying to save his kingdom. I don't want to read this whole long thing, but it does say it's a lush, powerful story of life and death, battles and riddles, lies and secrets from debut author Megan Bannon. Also, this is in my giveaway because I ended up with extra ones because they came in multiple subscription boxes. Okay, next up is If We Were Villains by M.L. Rio. And this says, on the day Oliver Marks is released from jail, the man who put him there is waiting at the door. Detective Colborne wants to know the truth, and after 10 years, Oliver is finally ready to tell it. 10 years ago, Oliver is one of 7 young Shakespearean actors at Delashare Classical Conservatory, a place of keen ambition and fierce competition. In this secluded world of firelight and leather-bound books, Oliver and his friends play the same roles on stage and off. Hero, villain, tyrant, temptress, ingenue, and extras. But in their 4th and final year, the balance of power begins to shift. Good-natured rivalries turn ugly, and on opening night, real violence invades the students' worlds of make-believe. In the morning, the 4th years find themselves facing their very own tragedy and their greatest acting challenge yet, convincing the police, each other, and themselves that they are innocent. And I ended up actually purchasing this more than once from book outlets, so that's why I've got this one up. Okay, next up is the movie tie-in edition of A Wrinkle in Time that Disney did. And this is by Madeline L'Engle. And it does have art throughout. So it's got some art from the movie. There are also a few illustrations, like when describing the Tesseract and stuff. So I think I ended up buying a boxed set that included this, so I didn't need this copy. So that is why I am getting rid of this hard copy. Okay, next up is an arc of The Field Guide to the North American Teenager by Ben Philippe. I actually really enjoyed this. I think I ended up with more than one copy of this, so I wanted to give one away. But this is about a boy named Norris who is a cynical Black French Canadian whose parents have divorced, and his mom ends up getting a job at, I think it's the university in Austin, Texas. So he is pretty much transported to another world by going to Austin and, well, trying to figure out life there. And it was really, really good. I enjoyed it a lot. Okay, next up is A Court of Frost and Starlight by Sarah J. Maas. This was another where I accidentally ended up ordering the same book twice. And this is a hardcover. It's part of the A Court of Thorns and Roses series. And it does say it contains an exclusive sneak peek of the next book in the series. So I have this one here. Next up is The Heir by Akira Cass. This is book 4 of the selection series, and I already had a copy of this, but this was given to me, and it's a signed copy, but I already had a signed hard copy or hardcover, so I wanted to keep that one, and I thought I'd put this one in the giveaway, but yes, it is signed, so this one is going in the giveaway as well. Okay, next up is The Dark Descent of Elizabeth Frankenstein by Kirsten White. This is, well, it's the story of Elizabeth Frankenstein, Dr. Frankenstein's wife, and she's pretty psychotic. This is a very good fall, spooky Halloween type read. And this is in this giveaway because it ended up in 2 different subscription boxes for me one year. So that's why I'm putting this in the giveaway. Okay, next up is an arc of Crown of Feathers by Nikki Palpetro. This book I actually have multiple copies of. So I ended up with the arc. Didn't get around to reading the arc. And then I got the finished copy in both Owl Crate and Totally Booked Crate. So I have a finished copy to give away at some point whenever I find where that's packed. But for now, I'm giving away the arc here. This says, I had a sister once. In a world ruled by fierce warrior queens, a grand empire was built upon the backs of phoenix riders. Legendary heroes who soar through the sky on wings of fire until a war between 2 sisters ripped it all apart. I promised her the throne would not come between us. 16 years later, Veronica is a war orphan who dreams of becoming a phoenix rider from the stories of old. After a shocking betrayal from her controlling sister, Veronica strikes out alone to find the riders, even if that means disguising herself as a boy to join their ranks. But it is a fact of life that one must kill or be killed, rule or be ruled. Just as Veronica finally feels like she belongs, her sister turns up and reveals a tangled web of lies between them that will change everything. And meanwhile, the new empire has learned of the riders' return and intends to destroy them once and for all. Sometimes the title of queen is given, sometimes it must be taken. Crown of Feathers is an epic fantasy about love's incredible power to save or to destroy, interspersed throughout the story of Alvakira Ashfire, the last rider queen who would rather see her empire burn than fall into her sister's hands. Next we have a copy of To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee, and this has deckled edges, and this is about it's told from the perspective of the daughter, and she is watching her father, who is a white lawyer back in the times of segregation, defending a black man who has been wrongly accused of a vicious crime, and she gets to see her father, no matter what difficulties he faces, standing up for what he believes is right. And this is really an incredible story, and I enjoyed it way more than I thought I would, but I ended up with more copies than I needed, so that's why this is in the giveaway. Okay, next up, and well, this is the last one, but certainly not the least, is a hard copy of The Rose and the Dagger by Renee Attier. This is the second book in the Wrath and the Dawn series. This also has deckled edges and beautiful end pages. I was dumb and ended up buying 2 of the same book again. It happens often. I order a lot of books, and sometimes I end up ordering the same book before the other book comes in. It's a problem. Anyway, it's a problem for me, but it's a giveaway for you. So The Wrath and the Dawn is a Middle Eastern story about this evil king or prince, I can't remember, that, well, he keeps taking these brides, and they're the most beautiful brides, or the most beautiful women in the land, and well, they don't make it but like a day. The next day they're put to death. But our main character, she volunteers herself to save a friend from being the next bride, and she takes her place, and she tells this king essentially bedtime stories, and she's expecting to not wake up in the morning, or to wake up with a noose around her neck and she's gonna be put to death. But morning after morning she survives, and she just keeps telling him these stories, and that's really all I can remember about this story. But because I have 2 of these now, one's going in a giveaway. So comment down below which books you might choose if you were to win. And well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you go and click that link and get as many entries as you possibly can. And on August 11th, I will do my drawing and do my Q&A, and 1 or actually 2 of you will be winning. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a big thumbs up. If you'd like to see more videos like this, click that subscribe button down below. And until next time, remember to always be completely you. Bye!